Hello, everybody. Welcome to the show. Happy holidays to everybody. T-Roy in the house.
What's up,
What
brother?
up, T?
Happy late Christmas.
Yes, and same to you. Thank you to Ghost Trav for kicking us off today. Muchas gracias. Much appreciated. And how was your Christmas, T?
It was nice, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty chill.
Yeah.
And there's always that hectic time right before the last minute trying to get everything ready, but then, once it's all comes and goes. I'm fortunate because I always do it with my kids Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
They have step siblings, and so I always let them have their Christmas morning together
Sure.
and stuff. So we've had, for years, our tradition's been Christmas Eve, so I can get my shit done.
Yeah.
And then Christmas morning, when everybody else is just in pure chaos, I
can
can
just
sleep in and chill. And it was
Yeah,
nice. We had football this week, so it was good.
Yeah, it was great. It was great. Look at this. I got a Duke lacrosse sweatshirt. If you don't get it, that's okay. But if you do get it, wink, wink.
Yeah.
It's my prized possession.
There you go. Very nice. It's a great color. Looks good on you.
Oh, yeah.
It makes your
Thank
eyes
you.
pop.
Thank you, T-Roy, for this.
Merry Christmas, buddy.
Fantastic. Yeah. I hope everyone had a good Christmas. We did. I got some Legos.
Nice.
Which I really enjoy. I don't know if I've talked much about that, but I went on a Lego kick to end all Lego kicks when I was in Arizona and California. And it hasn't stopped. It's unfortunately an expensive habit, so now I'm reserved to waiting for holidays or birthdays to get a Lego or two.
Yeah, your dad's got jokes, too.
Yeah.
Way to go, Bob.
Jesus
Christ. Fantastic.
My dad sent me the gay Lego.
It is amazing.
Yeah, it's...
I wish we had a picture of it. We should have brought it down here.
I have a picture of it.
Oh, should have brought the whole thing down here. It should sit on our table.
Yeah. You know what? That's a good spot. I'll bring it down here tomorrow.
It'll be perfect.
And we'll set it down here. But it's the rainbow. It's like a wave rainbow with every person of color represented. little people, Lego people. It's the gayest Lego ever.
And everyone is awesome? Is that what? Or everyone's what's it called?
Everyone is awesome.
Everyone is awesome is what it's called. Yeah. Which is so true. Everyone is awesome.
Sure they are. Sure they are. But yeah, my dad thought that was fucking hilarious. So he was like, there you go, Lego boy.
Shout out to
Enjoy
Bob.
your
Nice
fucking
job.
gay Lego. And I was like, yeah, thanks, man. It's the first one I built.
Hell yeah.
I nailed it. It was not hard. But it's funny, whenever you get a Lego set, whether you read the booklet that comes provided or you do it digitally, they've got a Lego app. You can go on to get directions on how to build shit. But they give you like a rundown, like, if you're building the Millennium Falcon, they'll tell you all the backstories, who designed it, what the Millennium Falcon is, and Star Wars. They'll go through this whole thing. For the gay one, it's like, we here at Lego strive to be inclusive in every way. But I'm like, make me sick.
Woke.
Virtue signal, woke. Virtue. Woke. Better than you. Bully, woke.
Don't cancel us.
Yeah. Please don't cancel us. We're innocent Swedes. I think they're in Sweden.
Is it really?
Denmark.
Is that where Lego's from?
Yeah. There's a longer name for Lego and some Dutch or Swedish, whatever.
I
They
had no
share
idea.
language.
I
Yeah.
guess my arrogant ass always thought that was our thing.
No.
Sad.
No. It goes way back. But it's it's still there.
Yeah, I was a big Lego guy growing up.
Were you?
Yeah, me and my cousins. We had in the basement. We had a whole city. The little streets and roads and everything you could put on. And so we all built like houses.
Yeah.
And then we could add on to our houses. And then Hot Wheels, we built garages and shit. So it was
Hell
a
yeah.
combination of our Hot Wheels and our cars.
Yeah.
And
All of which are a fortune today.
Oh, yeah.
If you would have hung on
I
to
wish I
any
wanted
of
yeah,
those.
if I had all of that. I mean, we just had bins. And none of them were kits of anything. Like back then, it was just millions of blocks that you just made whatever you wanted out of.
I've done some of that. I built a house with a fucking hot tub on the roof and a tree house with Marshall.
Yeah.
They've got like the Lego pad that sits on a table. So it's just like all the blocks, but it's just a rubber mat, and so you can just build on it.
Yeah. We'd be so excited when you get a new batch. It would just be like a bag of Legos or whatever the hell.
Yeah.
You could put an addition on the back and
Hell yeah.
add onto the upstairs, put a new wing onto the garage for your Hot Wheels.
Oh yeah. Yeah, they're valuable. Yeah. I think of everybody that I know this Christmas, my brother G got the best gift of all.
Yeah, lucky son
of a bitch. He got COVID for Christmas.
Yeah.
God damn it, I want the Omicron.
Do we know if it's the Omi or not?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah, he's had the light sniffles and
cold for a couple of days.
Yeah, he's out of the woods now even. And
man, yeah.
Fucking lucky son of a bitch. My
Fly
whole family's...
Fly him in. Let's get this
I know, let him
started.
Cough on us. What do we got to do to get fucking Omicron, dude?
Perfect.
It's
we could
killing
just
me.
shut it down, come back first of the year.
Yeah.
Start 2022 right.
Yeah, right? With some protection on us, and so it was like of everything. He held a super spreader event because Marshall's birthday is the 21st.
Oh yeah.
So they hadn't been able to do a birthday party for the kid for a couple of years. Finally, they're like, "Fuck it, we'll do a super spreader at the house." And what do you know?
As shit.
Sure as shit. It worked like a charm. He's a smart son of a bitch. He knew how to get it. And he's handling it like a champ. He's like, yeah, I'm done with this shit. I'm done with masks. I'm done.
It's over, right?
Yeah. So he's staying. He gets to stay home this week.
Yeah.
Doesn't have to go to work.
Wish I
Wouldn't
would
want to infect anyone.
No, of course not.
Wink, wink.
Yeah.
So, lucky guy. I mean, of all the things you could get for Christmas, getting COVID, that's just...
It's the gift that keeps on giving.
It's fantastic. I'm really hoping I can get it for New Year's, make it a Festivus miracle.
I'll see what I can do.
Yeah.
See if we can stir it up somewhere.
Yeah, if you can pick it up, I'd really appreciate it. I want to get this one out of the way.
Yeah, if anybody out there has it,
come on over. You're invited.
Yeah,
we'll
hang
set
something up. Yeah,
Yep.
We'll make out with you.
Not the Delta.
Sure.
If you have the Delta,
no,
stay away.
Yeah, make sure you got the Omi. We got to know.
Yeah, if you've got Omi, and that shit passes so fast, you might only have it for a couple days.
Yep.
So don't bring your dead virus in here.
Yeah.
I need a fresh.
Yeah, if we do, we got to get this started before New Year's. We got to make sure that we're back on the mend.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Yeah, we'll be fine. So,
all right, cool.
Looking forward to that. Some people are still pushing the mandates. Lori Lightfoot, our favorite Chicago mayor, looks like death warmed over or cooled over, really. I mean, she looks, I've said it before, but she looks to me like someone they just pulled out of a crypt somewhere.
You're right.
I mean, she
Those
really
eyes are just sunk back into her head.
It's a ghastly look.
Yeah.
Woof.
Oh, boy.
Yeah, and that's her wife.
Is it, though?
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
That's the happy couple.
Oh, man. They're perfect for each other.
Yeah. She's taken a bit of a beating online for this pathetic display here. Her and her wife, Amy Eshelman, posted a video wishing a joyous Kwanzaa to all of Chicago.
Oh.
Yeah, to all who celebrate. Joyous Kwanzaa, Chicago. The pair also use the holiday as an opportunity to promote COVID. Should we take in their message?
Yeah, let's see.
Yeah.
Let me pull this up here.
All right. Pull that up for everybody.
Engineering.
Yeah, you're doing great.
Except...
Oh, out of touch, idiot. Meanwhile, murders and crime in Chicago is the worst in the country.
Oh, because I got to do this. Hold on. See? Engineering. There we go.
Joyous Kwanzaa, Chicago. Amy and I wish to extend a very beautiful and prosperous Kwanzaa to all of you celebrating this season.
As you light the candles and gather in unity, we hope your holiday is filled with rejoicing and happiness.
Yeah.
The 7 principles of Kwanzaa guide us to unity and cooperation as we work to uplift and protect our neighbors.
Now the real point.
As you prepare for your Kwanzaa celebrations, I urge you to keep these values in mind, but also maintain COVID-19 safe celebrations.
Sure.
The COVID-19 vaccines are by far the best way to protect yourself and your loved ones from the virus.
Yeah.
Anyone who isn't vaccinated should get one as soon as possible to be protected for the holidays.
Or don't.
And that includes 5 to 11-year-olds.
Please don't vaccinate your 5 to 11-year-olds.
For the Pfizer vaccine.
No need.
Fully vaccinated people can gather with others who have been fully vaccinated without restrictions.
Yeah, so can unvaccinated
If you are not
people.
vaccinated, we recommend that you don't attend any large gatherings.
Thanks for the tip, cunt. I'll pass.
If you still plan to do so, we encourage you to get a COVID test before attending, while also masking and social distancing when possible.
But if you are sick or is experiencing COVID or flu-like symptoms, you should not attend any gatherings, even if you're vaccinated.
No shit,
We wish you a wonderful 7-night celebration and hope they are filled with renewal and joy.
You get the message.
What does that do besides scissor the mayor? That I need to listen to what the hell he has to say about these fucking things.
Yeah, Scissor the Mayor is the job title, I believe.
Apparently, yeah.
Yeah, I scissor with the mayor.
I do like the, I've never seen, I understand the menorah for Hanukkah. I've never seen the Kwanzaa set up over there, but I do have mad respect for the BBC in the middle.
Yeah.
The big black candle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've got what, 3 reds, 3 greens, and then a BBC in the middle.
Yep.
Big black candle.
Big black candle right in the middle, just to let you know.
Do you think there's any chance that these 2 fucking morons right here are celebrating Kwanzaa for real?
No. And did they do
you
this?
think they're spending 7 nights and going through all the traditions of Kwanzaa?
No. Did they do this this message for any other. What about the Jewish community of Chicago? Did they wish them a happy Hanukkah?
Just Kwanzaa.
Not the good old Christians of the world.
No,
no
those people don't count. They don't exist. No.
No Festivus miracles for anybody.
No.
Only a Kwanzaa.
Only Kwanzaa matters to literally nobody in the world.
Okay. Well,
So-
I mean, it matters to somebody.
Not many.
Yeah.
Not many.
That's
And
probably true.
there are people that took issue with this because it so clearly rips off from the Jews.
Oh yeah.
You know, the 7 nights, the candle in the menorah shape. People took issue with this. They cited the crime wave ravaging Chicago, her alleged failures as a leader. Is this a Saturday Night Live skit? Someone asked.
It almost seems like it.
There should be one. There won't because they're on the right political team. So there won't be a SNL skit, unfortunately, about this, but there should be.
Okay. Yeah.
Are you able to get rid of that? And switch
Well,
back?
it's not on there, but I'll figure it out later. Whatever.
Yeah.
So
Are we
new
on
to this
camera?
whole thing. Yeah, we're on camera.
Yeah,
We've done
okay,
that.
we're
I got that part figured out.
One can only hope they include not stealing, obeying the law, not committing murder, produce your own income, feed and house your own kids, contribute to society, and don't be bitter and angry.
Oh, okay.
That would be a better message.
Is that the 7 rules? What are the 7 rules of Kwanzaa?
I don't know what they are. I don't know that anyone knows what they are. Have your people follow those rules, and your city won't be in a permanent state of chaos. Others criticize Lightfoot for promoting a holiday founded way back in the day. I mean, Kwanzaa goes back, dude.
How far back does
1966.
Is it?
Yeah.
Okay.
By a black nationalist, Dr. Maulana Karenga. Kwanzaa is an annual celebration of African-American culture held from December 26 to Jan 1. They celebrate the 7 principles of African culture, which Karenga believed contributed to building and reinforcing community. Keep in mind Karenga's name, because that's going to change in a minute.
Yeah.
Yeah. Among African Americans. It also incorporates 7 symbols, which are meant to represent values and concepts reflective of African culture. Despite their heartfelt attempt at promoting peace and unity, the couple was blasted online. I love this one. Thank you, fellas, for the message.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, that might be the least attractive couple on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it'd be one thing, like, obviously in Illinois.
That might even be universal.
In Illinois.
That might be universal because she looks like an alien.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. I mean, you could clearly say, I mean, obviously no one would vote that that's not the ugliest couple in Illinois. You're going as far as national or international?
I'm talking universe. Yeah.
So you're even saying that Martians we haven't even met yet.
Yeah.
Couldn't be that ghastly.
They could. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible.
Yeah,
It's possible.
I can't say that I disagree with you. Thank you, fellas, for the message, but I'm going to have to decline all this BS. I'll take things that don't actually exist for 1,000, Alex. Then someone says, how many people were shot this weekend? And then someone says, there's been 7 carjackings since you tweeted this. They say Karenga is not a person who should be celebrated. Kwanzaa was created in '66. The holiday's name, we're going to learn a little something here.
Okay, good. Yeah, educate me.
Yeah.
I want to know.
We're going
Inquiring
to school.
minds want to know.
All right. Holiday derived from the Swahili phrase Matunda ya Kwanza, meaning first fruits.
Okay.
One each of the 7 nights of Kwanzaa, families gather to light candles. Usually it's done by a child, and discuss one of the 7 principles. The principles, I don't think they list them.
Oh, come on.
Called Nguzu. We could probably find it.
I could.
Nguzu Saba are supposed to reflect values of African culture. I don't know exactly what that would be. I could make some really inappropriate jokes right now.
Yeah.
You know, about timeliness and, you know, that kind of shit. I could go down that desperate road if I wanted, but I won't. In respect of the Kwanzaa holiday.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. So, let's see. The holiday has received widespread criticism, with many arguing that its creator's checkered past and the holiday's likeness to Hanukkah calls its legitimacy into question.
Uh-oh.
We can see the hallmarks with the Hanukkah thing.
Yep, definitely.
So Karenga, Kwanzaa creator Karenga, who was born Ron Everett.
Okay.
Yeah. Do you really want to follow a guy named Ron Everett who created a holiday?
Nope.
And then changed his name. Your guy's Ron. Really? That's what we're following? He had to change his name to Karenga to make Kwanzaa sound more palatable instead of Ron Everett?
Yeah, pretty much.
He goes by Ron Everett from this moment forward.
Okay.
Yeah. So he, let's see, he's clashed with the rival Black Panthers, of course. Who couldn't see that coming? The group's engaged in armed attacks over a period of several years. Chicago is very familiar with that. That's nothing new.
No.
Armed rivals going at it.
Daily.
Yeah, so that's fine. Then Ron Everett and 2 others were convicted in 1971 on charges of torturing and falsely imprisoning 2 black chicks.
Oh.
A report in the LA Times said Deborah Jones said she and Gail Davis were whipped with an electrical cord and beaten with a karate baton after being ordered to remove their clothes. Sounds like a swell guy, this Ron Everett, doesn't it?
Yeah, right.
She testified that a hot soldering iron was placed in Miss Davis's mouth and placed against Miss Davis's face, and that one of her own big toes was tightened in a vice.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah. Ron Everett
Savage.
also put detergent and running hoses in their mouths.
Oh, my God.
Yeah. He denied the charges. Of course, he served 4 years in prison for them.
Yeah. But he denied it.
I wouldn't put it past Ron to deny that.
Wrongfully imprisoned, clearly.
Right. Some Twitter users criticized the couple for even promoting the holiday at all. It's, blah, 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 blah. He was at Cal State when he invented Kwanzaa, and people said he made them strip, burned them with a soldering iron, beat them with a nightstick, and put detergent and running hoses in their mouths. Which of the 7 principles was he following?
The middle one.
My college professor at Cal State invented Kwanzaa before going to jail for beating 2 women with toasters. The holiday is celebrated uniquely by each family, but often includes song, dance, drumming, storytelling, poetry, and a large traditional meal. The feast, called Karamu, is held on December 30th. Wake me up for the Karamu.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, as far as the others go, dance, song.
sure. Why not? Singing and dancing.
I'm out.
is-
I'm
oh,
out.
come
You want to
on.
go? Go.
Yeah, I'm
It's
down with
early
that.
days, drumming. I could maybe go for that.
I was going to say, yeah, it's in your blood, man.
Yeah, but not drum circle. I need to be the guy.
I'm going to be on the bongos.
I want to. Okay, all right. I could maybe go for drumming day to at least give it a shot.
Okay.
Storytelling.
It's what we do.
I know it depends who's telling the story, but if it's supposed to be all like holiday spirity,
Okay.
poetry reading, hard out.
Oh. Can we do like poetry slams?
Yeah, I bet some people do the poetry
Yeah.
slam. Large traditional meal. I'm in for that.
For the feast, yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Depends
in
on
for
what
that.
it is.
That's true. I didn't even think about
No,
that.
no, just not all.
We can
meal-
make inappropriate jokes here too.
Not all meals are created equal.
No. Yeah. Anyway, so
Well, yeah.
that's what they're up to.
Listen, Kwanzaa is whatever the hell. If you believe it, don't celebrate it, whatever.
Hey, Ron Everett created it, man. If you want to celebrate with Ron, go ahead.
I just think it's a bit narrow-minded for a public official to come out and just specifically only address Kwanzaa.
Yeah.
I'm curious. Maybe there was other messages that we just didn't see, but something tells me no.
That's the one they put out. This is the same politician, keep in mind, who over the summer, I believe it was, said that she wanted to give journalists of color first priority in giving interviews. So she didn't want to be interviewed by white people.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of mindset you're dealing with someone like this.
Clearly.
I mean, absolute bigotry at its finest, racism at its finest, all the things she wants to
No, it
accuse
doesn't.
everyone
It
else
doesn't work
about.
that way. She can't be racist. She can't be bigoted. She's
But
a person
she
of
is,
color.
routinely.
Oh no, it's just not how it works, Michael.
Yeah.
Can't possibly.
She's
be
married to
that
a
way.
white woman.
Yeah. See, clearly not racist.
Yeah, but clearly.
That was a woman.
I think.
Oh,
Her name's
shit.
Amy. Are there any guys named Amy?
Probably now.
Yeah,
Probably swimming.
Probably got a few of them now. But you see what this has driven people to do, all these mandates and this pathetic attempt to patronize the black community is all that is. I guarantee you that bitch has never celebrated Kwanzaa a day in her life, and neither is
Pandering.
the idiot white woman next to her. Yeah, it's pandering as shit, and it's insulting, and to do that and then urge people to get COVID. The COVID vaccine was the message.
Yeah, that was just
that
an
was the
opportunity
point.
to put that out there
How do we do this and bring everybody together?
to the black community.
Kwanzaa.
Target it by using Kwanzaa.
Kwanzaa.
To target the black community for their COVID message.
I got a newsflash for you, Troy. Black people aren't stupid
No,
at all.
I didn't think so.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure that's
Yeah.
not the issue at all.
yeah. They see through this shit too. Black people look at that and go, "Fuck, go fuck yourself,
No, no.
lady."
No.
Sorry. Not buying it.
Like all the bullshit gimmicks they're trying to come up with, the incentives for the shots.
Yeah.
Hey, we'll give you $100.
Yeah.
We'll enter you into
free
a
bucket of chicken. It's your local KFC. Oh, thanks,
here.
man.
A blunt.
Yeah.
You
know who that works on? Dumb school kids.
Yeah.
Where the kids getting a fucking
like a piece of
vaccine for a
pizza?
piece of pizza.
Right.
It doesn't work on intelligent adults who go, dude,
You would hope
think
not.
you're buying me up? Like all this time you've been bullying me to get this thing, and I've objected. You think you're gonna buy me off with a fucking bucket of chicken?
What if you could
Really?
just keep upping the ante? Like just keep holding out like a negotiation.
Yeah.
What are you going to give me now? Well, nope.
I need a
not yet.
car, motherfucker. I don't need a bucket of chicken. I don't need $100. I need a car. That maybe that's a fair trade.
I want 2 weeks off paid.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I'll take your jab.
Yeah, even then, I don't think they do it then. And the black community is one of the ones that people in the black community are not fucking trusting the government, as they shouldn't be. And they're not dying to get vaccinated.
Nope.
A lot of them have, a lot of elderly with underlying health conditions. Tell that to the black youth of New York, where 20% of them have been vaxxed. The rest are like, go fuck yourself. Black Lives Matter.
But they're being disproportionately affected by the pandemic.
Yeah. Smaller living quarters, more people in those living quarters. Yeah. I mean, we can't solve all the world's problems in a day, but we can try. We can try our best. But I think that the louder the push and bullying gets to demand vaccines, the more people are going to go, no, not having it, not doing it.
Well, I think if this Omicron thing really pans out, if it goes widespread,
It will.
and is very mild, all things considered, I think that's going to be a turning point where people, because again, if you haven't gotten the vaccine now, you're not fucking getting it. I don't give a shit what you're getting. There's nothing that's going to convince you at this point, after 2 years or whatever the hell, a year, whatever it's been, that now something is going to change your mind where you're going to get it.
Yeah.
If you haven't gotten it, you're not getting it unless you're somehow forced to do it. And that's what they're trying to do.
Yeah.
In every
That
which
won't
way
work.
possible.
I hope they
They're
do.
Squeezing.
I hope they do try.
You see it in the workforce and in the private sector where they have no business interfering, but they're just trying to mandate it that way, and they're just bullying people into getting it.
Yeah. I was watching a press conference from a female doctor in Texas, Arizona, something like that. She was giving her first press conference ever. And she was like, yeah, I'm a doctor, medical doctor. I have a small practice. I ears, nose, and throat. And, my patients would come in and I wanted to treat patients like I wanted to be treated when I had 5 kids, all boys. So for 5 years straight, I was a patient. I was pregnant or giving birth.
Yeah.
And I know how I wanted to be treated by doctors, and that's how I wanted to treat it. It's a great story. And so she said, I never expected to get involved in COVID ever. But my patients were coming in worried about this. They couldn't get tested anywhere. They didn't know what treatment to take. And so she just opened her office 7 days a week and started going through the science and the data, prescribing 80,000 people she saw.
Holy shit.
2,000 of which ended up in the hospital. Or did she say, no, 2,000 that she actually treated, and none of them ended up in the hospital.
Okay.
With her
That's
program.
way different than treating 80,000.
She saw 80,000 people
Oh, shit.
over the year and a half or whatever.
Well, that's a lot of fucking people. That's for a small ENT. That's a lot
Open
of
7 days a week. I think that's what she said.
All right. That seems like a staggering number.
Maybe it was 8,000 and I just misheard
That's
it.
possible.
Yeah.
80,000 just seems like a lot.
Either way.
It's a city.
Yeah, well, I don't know how many of these people can see in a day if they're, well, whatever. Either way, it was a lot. Couple thousand she had to treat. So what did she use? I don't know. I haven't gotten that far in the press conference. My guess is she was probably prescribing ivermectin, monoclonal antibodies, vitamin C and D and zinc, doing the usual program that people outside of the mainstream push for vaccines are doing. She's like, there was nothing for people, and I provided this, and none of the people I treated ever ended up in the hospital, blah, blah, blah. So I was shocked last Friday to get a notice saying that my license was being yanked.
Oh.
And I'm not allowed to be a doctor anymore, or some shit like that.
For the ivermectin prescriptions?
Probably, or something.
Yeah, I know they were
Yeah.
cracking down on doctors prescribing that.
Like I said, I watched 5 minutes of a 20-minute.
I'd be interested in that.
Yeah, but it's like, what are we doing? Here's someone, you could see it in her face.
Yeah.
She's like, this is my profession. This is what I do. This is what I think will help. It's not going to hurt anybody. The only thing it could do is help. And now they're going to pull her license.
There's a lot of different ways to
fucking
treat
insane.
a lot of different things. Too.
Yeah.
I mean, depending on what it is, I've been down that road, especially with my daughter having some of the medical issues.
Yeah.
There's a lot of different treatments, and different doctors have different opinions and philosophies and treatments of things.
Yeah.
One's not necessarily more right or wrong than the other, but it's just crazy that if you're not hurting people,
Yeah.
and clearly what she's done has worked,
Yeah.
and been effective,
Doesn't matter.
but it goes
crazy.
against. That's unbelievable. No. This, I know what you're doing is right, but we don't like it.
Yeah.
You knock it off.
Yeah.
We told you once to stop, and you didn't listen, so now your fucking license is gone.
That's crazy. To
They
me.
may have
It's
even told her.
Yeah. She got a text.
Really?
Yeah. She got a text message.
It's like getting dumped over a text.
Yeah, it's worse. You're a fucking doctor seeing patients. Like, there are people counting on her. She's probably in the middle of hundreds of patients that she's currently dealing with. And now it's like
Tens of thousands, apparently.
maybe. Fuck off. But where this leads is to behavior that is just reprehensible. This idea
Wild
of
overreach?
wild, yeah. And people thinking that my rights are being infringed upon and I will not have it, blah, blah, blah. Like, you just get this horrible fighting from people. It's happening on planes, which is really the only place outside of federal buildings that the government can actually step in, federal aviation. So they're allowed to go with these fucking horrible draconian methods. The CEOs have spoken to Congress of these airlines and said, look, here's the deal. These masks are bullshit. They don't work. They don't help anybody in the plane. The air that is running through this plane is the cleanest shit you're ever going to see. These fucking flimsy little whatever cloth masks you're wearing are beyond worthless. And Fauci goes, no, not true. They're great. And they're like, okay, Dr. Fauci.
That's why
I guess we'll keep having these fights on planes then.
Well, would you like to go back and watch the footage where you said that they weren't, or when you said you needed to wear 2 or
3
which,
possibly?
Yeah, which conversation would you like to have?
KN95. Someone said it. I don't want to take credit for it. I can't remember who it was, but said the mask now is the equivalent of the right wearing the MAGA hat. That's what it is.
Yeah.
You know?
There's been a huge uptick in it, man. This Omicron's got everybody scared. I mean, I stopped at the grocery store today.
Yeah, me too. Yesterday.
I mean,
or a couple days ago.
It was probably 90% masked.
Yeah.
In that store.
Yeah.
Where
did you go? Did you go to Ghetto Meyer?
No, fuck no.
Yeah.
No. I went to a Kroger over by work.
I went to Ghetto Meyer the other day.
Oh boy. Yeah, don't. It's the
What a
worst.
shit show.
Was there a cart?
There was a cart. I was able to
Amazing.
get a cart, wobbly wheeled, but whatever, still a cart. And I just had to pick up a few items, 14 to be exact items. And the lines are throughout the place. Everybody's wearing a mask except me and one other black dude. I almost wanted to fist bump him.
Fuck yeah, you
because he and I were the only ones not wearing masks.
Yeah.
Of course, the lady that eventually rang me up was wearing her mask this way, which is weird. Her mouth and nose were exposed, so. What do they call that? The chin diaper, I believe she was wearing. Yeah. So I'm in line. I'm in line for like 10 minutes. There's a dude in front of me, black guy, and this woman taking fucking forever in front of her. I'm in the 12 items or less line. I haven't counted my items, but I've got a minuscule amount. Couple candles, couple bags of M&Ms, couple boxes of chicken things. That's it. Just a couple knickknacks. Minor. And I'm standing there waiting. This guy in front of me starts unloading lettuce head after lettuce head. He must have had 15 heads of lettuce, or the big bushels of lettuce.
Yeah.
And I counted them because the lady goes, excuse me, sir, this is the 12. And I'm like, what? She's like, this is 12 items or less. You got to get out of this line. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me right now? She's like, no, I am not. Get out of the line.
Okay.
So I get on line, and then I counted his. He had 15 items. He had one more item than me. And then I get in this horrifically long line with packed, you can imagine before the holiday, packed shopping carts to the brim. And I have to wait for 20 of these fucking people to get my 14 items
You didn't call bullshit?
Dude, I didn't want to fight with her. And then as I finally get up there, there's a lady that's now unloading her cart onto that cunt's fucking...
For the record, I would have
sled.
taken the 2 fucking candles and just set them down and said, eat a dick.
Yeah, I know. I thought about that too. I should have done that, but in the moment, it's the jerk store. If I thought of it in the moment, I probably... But there's a lady with a full cart unloading it onto this bitch's thing in the 12 items or less after me. Of course, I couldn't help but notice she was a black woman.
Nope. And there was no issue there?
No issue at all. It was fine. So she picked
it
out
was your mask.
She picked out the one white guy in line and demanded he get out for too many items.
It was the lack of mask, I'm telling you.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But anyway, I digress. That place is a shit show.
Yeah,
It's
I
just
avoided it like
worst.
the plague.
Yeah, I do too. It was the first time I was like, you know what? Walmart or I mean Walgreens and CVS aren't going to have the creamer that I like.
No.
So one of these grocery stores will, and that Meijer usually does, and they did. So I was able to stock up on that. That's really what I wanted.
Yeah. Hey, pro tip:
Yeah.
go before noon.
I'm trying to think what time I went. You know, it's,
Before
it's
the holidays,
during the
it's a little
holidays.
different story. But
yeah.
generally, yeah. If you get there before noon at that place, it's not too bad. It's pretty open.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before noon. You'd be shocked after midnight.
Yeah.
Shit show.
Oh, not shocked. Not shocked at all.
Yeah. Horrible lines after midnight. Because I used to do that. That was my thing when I'd go grocery shopping. I'd go at 1 a.m. on the weekend.
Not shocked.
Yeah. So anyway, getting back to this woman on the plane on a Delta flight, in a video that went viral over this Christmas great festive holiday, after she became unruly on a Delta flight, she's been taken into custody by the FBI.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't know if we need the FBI handling these cases.
You never know. You're getting into this federal stuff. You know, that's their jurisdiction.
Police say they were called to Hartsfield Jackson International Airport last week in reference to an unruly passenger on a Delta flight from Tampa to Atlanta. Officers and Delta employees were waiting at the gate when the plane arrived. Passengers exiting the plane told the police that a passenger named Patricia Cornwall caused a disturbance that led to the injury of other passengers and employees. Why don't we watch the video?
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah, so let's
Do
check
some
out.
more engineering.
Let's check out Patricia.
Okay.
See how she acts.
Who invited you to come
eating and I can
drink your ass up? Don't you dare talk to me like that. You stand and step up. Stand your ass up. Stand your ass up.
Sit down, Karen.
Karen?
You're a goddamn Karen.
No.
Sit down. Sit down, Karen.
Sit down there, see?
That's an old man calling her Karen.
Oh, yeah.
Respect.
Oh, no, you're the dick.
Do you want the police to meet you on the ground?
What about him?
Mask up. Now.
Mask up.
Put your mask up.
Mask up. Tell him mask up. Tell him
You got your
mask
mask down, bitch.
Sir.
up. Did you call me a bitch?
Yes, I did.
Did you call me a bitch? Oh, she slapped her.
That's assault.
You're going to jail. As soon as we get Atlanta, you're going to jail. Bitch. Karen.
She spits on him.
Yep.
Now you're double going to jail.
Now
Bitch.
you're double going to jail.
Keeps calling her a bitch. I love it.
Yeah.
You fucking piece of shit.
Piece of pussy, sit down, Karen.
Fuck you.
Sit down, Karen.
Sit down, Karen.
Sit down, fucking Karen. Look, she punched me.
Put your
Slashed my
fucking
face.
mask on. Tell him to put his mask on.
Like,
Put your
please,
fucking
dude, just put your fucking mask on, please.
She slashed
Shut
my
this
face.
bitch up.
I want her the fuck
Put
out
your
of here.
fucking mask on. Put your fucking mask
Put yours
on.
on, bitch.
I won't.
It's just, that's beautiful. If you're not watching, she literally has the mask under her chin, the prototypical chin diaper,
Yeah.
and she's screaming at him to put his fucking mask on.
Yeah, that's what it started. He's eating in the plane. So he's got his mask down while he eats in the plane. And if you've been on a flight in the last year, you know what cunts these people can be policing that you're wearing your mask. They literally don't just serve fucking soda anymore. Yeah. They walk up and down the aisle just looking for any asshole who's itching their nose, take their mask off. Sir, can you please put your mask back up? Yeah, we got it. The only time you're allowed is when you're eating. And so when I've gone on a flight, I've purposely ordered food, and I'm the slowest eater
Non-stop.
on planet Earth.
Yeah.
I sip my little beverage the slowest you can possibly sip, and I take one bite every 5 minutes. And I can almost make the flight
Yeah.
by not fucking...
Sure.
I'm still working on my meal. Sorry.
Just playing the game, man.
So this idiot, Patricia Cornwall, is standing up, turned around if you're not watching the video, and is screaming at this guy to put his mask on. He's like, I'm eating, bitch.
Yeah.
Karen. Ooh, that got her.
She did not like that one.
And the whole time, she doesn't have a fucking mask
Yeah,
on.
that's the irony of it.
It's
if she's like, tell him to put a mask on. It's like, you don't put your mask on, bitch.
Mind your own business.
Yeah, she reaches
too.
out and fucking hits the guy. I love that it was an old man calling her a Karen. That's fantastic.
He was
got mad respect for that.
He got spit in his face. He got punched. So hopefully she goes to jail for something like that.
Well, yeah.
Do you think she was drinking? There were a couple times in there where I hinted at a slur, like a little bit of a.
You can get that just in a tizzy, though. Sometimes it can come out a little fucked up.
But these
you have so many things to say, and they all try to come out at once.
Yeah.
But either way, that's obviously there was this alcohol on a plane thing. It's not long for this world. I promise you that it's going away.
Yeah.
It is going away. Maybe in first class, so like that's how they're going to try and get you.
Yeah,
but
that's where you get really hammered as first class because they're free.
Yeah.
Like I try to try to make up the cost of the flight in free drinks in first class.
We get it, but how many of these issues do you see in first class generally? A couple, but usually it's the fucking herd in the back.
Yeah.
That is having this where the main problems go in.
Yeah.
The dregs of society.
Sure.
As they say.
How long is a flight from Tampa to Atlanta? It's got to be an hour.
It can't.
Tampa Bay to Atlanta?
Yeah, it can't be far at all. I mean,
that's less than Michigan to Chicago or Michigan to New York.
No. That's pretty far.
You think so?
Yeah, like driving to like when I go down to like Orlando, like Atlanta's like halfway.
Really?
Yeah. I mean, not totally, but it's still a long way from there. It's probably a couple hour flight. It's not long, but it's farther than Detroit to Chicago. I promise you that.
Really?
Yeah.
It's still not like going.
No, it's not like a 4-hour flight or anything crazy.
Yeah, it's not like New York to San Diego,
No. But you could be in the bag before you even get on the flight.
Yeah,
so.
that's true. Jennifer Brett, editor at the Atlanta Journal-Constitution. Here's a great way to ensure you'll never fly Delta again. Airlines maintain their own no-fly list with folks like this in mind. Kyle Bosch says the amount of restraint that man had is truly unbelievable. Shame on Delta for not intervening sooner. When will this mask nonsense end? People's lives are in danger by lunatics, and we're at a tipping point. Throw out the damn mask mandates and let us decide for ourselves. She thinks Clay Travis. I love Clay Travis. This is the insane virtue signaling masking world Fauci has created. While not wearing her mask, this woman strikes and spits this man for not wearing his, and she thinks she's the good person here.
Yeah, she's clearly right.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
It's crazy, dude.
People need to just shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
You know what?
Can we go back to minding our own civil discourse?
Don't give a shit what your opinion is.
Yeah.
You don't get to impose that on me. You don't have to like it, but shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks that their opinion is right and that they have some inalienable right to bestow it upon you.
Yeah.
You don't. Don't give a shit
My
what you
opinion
think.
is right, but I don't care if you don't believe it.
As long as it agrees with mine, it generally will be. But
yeah.
listen, people are just assholes. And this whole it's this entitlement that is going on right now and this empowerment of these people that think that they're right and it's okay.
Also, it's the intoxicating and empowering message that is provided to people over and over again when we got stuff like social media. And so every person who got a fucking cold fries at McDonald's can go online, post about this horrible offense that they've taken and tag McDonald's in it, and then other people can then pile on and bully some more and go, that's true, my McDonald's chicken nuggets were supposed to be 10, there was only 9 in there. It's fucking bullshit. Who's running this? What's wrong with McDonald's? And so McDonald's has to now get involved and go, oh my God, we're terribly sorry for this. Have to respond. Please come by for free hot fries and your extra nuggets and, a lifetime supply of free food. Like, it just doesn't end. So it's enabled this behavior by usually what these people would do is you would call your fucking best girlfriend up and go, oh my God, this guy on the plane was such an asshole. Or McDonald's fucked me on my order again. Or my cafe latte was too fucking cold. It wasn't hot enough. You'd bitch to them. They would pretend to give a shit about your complaint. Not really give a shit, but pretend.
Well, even this, how about...
But the rest of us were left out of it.
No, how
Leave
about
me
you
out of it.
Just... You can tell. I mean, I guess that's the prototypical Karen when you go to the manager or whatever. But how about you tell the flight staff? That's who you talk to. You have
Push
no
the
right.
bell
Well, whatever.
to buzz them.
Hey, tell this asshole to wear his mask.
Yeah.
I have a problem with him not wearing his mask. Whatever it is, that's the fucking chain of command.
Yeah.
That's how it goes. You have no right to talk to that guy. Don't especially get up in his face and hit him and spit on him.
Yeah.
I wish you would have punched her in the fucking mouth.
Yeah.
But then he'd be in trouble too.
He probably would have got a standing ovation.
He would have, 100%. He
Yeah.
would have. But it's just the point that you have no right. Sit down. Shut the fuck up. If
Yeah.
you have a problem, fine. You can talk to the flight attendants, the sky waitresses.
Yeah.
See if they want to do something about it. If they have a problem, that's the protocol.
Yeah.
That's how it works. You're not empowered. You're fucking nobody.
Yeah.
Sit down and shut up.
Yeah, Patricia Cornwall,
Yeah.
you're nobody.
Put your mask on. Sit down. Shut the fuck up.
You paid what he paid for that flight to take you from Tampa to fucking Atlanta. That's where it ends.
Yep.
You have no right to fucking anything.
When that
And
flight's over, you're going to jail.
Yeah, nice job, idiot.
congrats.
Nice job.
Well done.
Hope you enjoyed your holidays in a fucking Delta prison or wherever they took your ass.
They do have jails down in those in the airport.
Do they?
Yeah, downstairs.
Little holding cells?
and
Yeah.
stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, I read a great article. I encourage you guys to read it too. I'll read it to you. Okay. It's from the New York Post today, titled "Liberals Should Resolve to Be More Tolerant in 2022." Our democracy depends on it. And I thought it was there's some good argument points to be made because
Democracy is our the biggest threat to our national security these days.
Yeah, white nationalism is too. One resolution will help our democracy. Make a friend with opposing political views and be kinder to people you disagree with politically.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
It's a good start. Liberal women, this especially means you. Given new research from Axios showing just how intolerant young leftists, particularly females, are compared with conservatives. Axios, working with the Generation Lab, found just 5% of Republican college students said they wouldn't befriend someone from the opposite party. 37% of Democrats.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's not
Wouldn't befriend
narrow-minded
someone.
at all.
Yeah. It also determined 30% of Democrats to just 7% of Republicans wouldn't work for someone who voted differently than them. 71% of Democrats, only 31% of Republicans wouldn't date someone with opposing views. Researchers found college-age women more likely than men to take strong partisan stances, with 76% of women saying they'd work for someone who voted for the opposing candidate, 86% of men. So it's a 10% drop there. Axios reported just 68% of women, as opposed to 84% of men, would shop or support a business of someone from the other party. So if they knew that a Republican ran this fucking golf store, I'm out.
It's just ignorant.
Yeah.
That's what
just
it is.
Sad.
It's ignorant.
It's just sad.
That
This new research is sad, but it's not surprising, given how liberal our college campuses are. This is what really bothers me, these statistics, and I've heard worse than these statistics before. 2016 Econ Journal Watch study examining voter registration of economics, history, journalism, law, and psychology faculty at 40 leading universities found Democrats outnumber Republicans 12-1. So the people that are teaching these courses.
oh wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Noted, let's see, one economist noted the liberal ratio among faculty under 36,
Okay.
23-1.
Wow.
Samuel Abrams, a politics professor, found similar trends in 2018. He surveyed 900 university administrators. Only 6% of campus administrators identified as conservative to some degree, while 71% classified themselves as liberal or very liberal.
Well, see, here's the thing. That shouldn't make any difference,
You would hope.
because your personal beliefs have no business
That's
in a
not how it
classroom.
works with liberals, though.
No. It has no business
You sound like a constitutionalist, Troy.
in the classroom.
Yeah.
You're there to teach a subject.
Yeah.
Your opinion,
Yeah.
just like Karen on the plane,
Yeah.
means fuck all.
Yeah.
All.
See, here's the problem. This is the main fight between, when you're talking about the Supreme Court level. Conservative justices are they're grounded in the Constitution. Liberal justices tend to change with the fucking weather.
Yeah.
Right? What their beliefs are, just kind of roll with the trends of the time.
Yep.
So that's the classic argument. When you've got a conservative justice in power, they're just going to, where they're voting. They're sticking with the Constitution, and they're looking for.
Pretty cut and dry.
It's very cut and dry. But what you're asking for is not how liberals tend to behave. I'm sorry, they just don't. They don't abide by the
I
Constitution.
understand that they don't.
They don't. They take it in the classroom, which is why this is happening, and it's getting worse. Those trends are from 16 and 18. They're worse now.
Absolutely.
They're worse.
Yeah. I know some people with some kids in high school, and I've heard some horror stories.
Yeah,
of
I've
things
seen some horror stories.
Things that are coming out of the classrooms these days.
Yeah. The Harvard Crimson surveyed 236 arts and sciences faculty members, and a mere 3% described themselves as somewhat or very conservative, versus 76% who identified as somewhat or very liberal. That's a ratio of 25-1. While the university has made a concerted effort across the past decade to promote gender and racial diversity among its faculty, Harvard has not made any explicit attempts to bolster representation from across the ideological spectrum. The left frightfully claims our democracy is under attack, but democracy's root demos means people. If millions of liberals refuse to speak with and feel concern for millions of conservative people, even though liberals claim to be the enlightened and tolerant, who is the real threat to democracy? Michael Barron wrote in the Wall Street Journal about how liberals are so immersed in cultural crockpots, they don't realize their ignorance. Social psychologist Jonathan Haidt and his colleagues have shown that conservatives are better at understanding liberal views than the converse. That's not surprising. Whereas liberal views permeate the news media and popular culture, liberals can easily avoid exposure to conservative views. That distorts their view of the world and produces oversensitivity to leftist social media mobs, along with overconfidence in demographic trends. We're seeing that play out daily.
Every single day.
Last summer, the Cato Institute released research about political expression and self-censorship. It found 62% of Americans say the political climate prevents them from saying what they believe. That's a real problem.
62%? Is that what that was?
Yep. Strong liberals are the only political group that feels comfortable sharing their views.
Yeah. I mean, if you think about that number, 62% aren't comfortable saying what they believe.
Yeah.
That goes beyond the political divide.
Yeah.
Of the 50%, 48, 52, however you want to split it. That goes well beyond that. So they're even bullying their own side.
Yeah.
And it's
we're seeing it eat itself
true.
a little bit.
Let's hope.
Yeah.
Let's really hope, because maybe when that number grows to 70%, 75%, you start taking a little bit of that fucking power back.
Yeah.
Because when you think about that, that's the majority.
Yeah.
And you're bowing to the minority.
Yeah. Yep.
And that you need to understand that.
Yeah.
People need to really fucking listen to that.
That's why they get an overinflated
The vocal
impression
minority.
of what the demographics really are, what the true trends of the country are.
Yeah.
It's the squeaky wheel.
Yeah.
Cato found 31% of Americans support firing Donald Trump donors, and 22% support firing Joe Biden donors. So even more of them, like, you donated to Donald Trump, you should be fired for that.
Right.
And who are these 22% of conservatives that think if you voted for Joe Biden or donated to Joe Biden, you should be fired? The fuck is wrong with these people?
Yeah, that's a sad statistic too. I would hope that more rational minds would prevail.
Yeah.
But that's the extremes on both ends.
I think
but
that's just
even that
fed-upness.
Probably.
The 22% that say, fuck Biden donors, fire them too.
And that's reactionary.
Yeah.
To the people that want to fire you for donating to Trump, that's reactionary. Well, then fine, fuck you. I want you to be fired for, donating for Biden.
Yeah, yeah.
That's reactionary, a lot of that, I believe.
I would agree with that.
I got to believe there's a portion of that the whole FJB crowd and, whatever. But I can't believe 22% truly believe that of their own volition.
Yeah, and I bet if you called them individually and went, dude,
well,
really?
No.
Really? Do you want someone that donated $10 to Biden's campaign fired?
Yeah.
He'd probably go, no, not really. I don't really give a shit. Sorry. I would say heated in the moment. I didn't mean it.
Right.
But I bet that 31% fucking believes it. Carrie Lucas wrote a book about our lopsided anti-conservative cultural bias in checking progressive privilege. She declared, progressive privilege isn't just unfair to conservatives, it has warped our entire political environment and made our country more divided. Recognizing progressive privilege is the first step to ending it, so that we can have a fair, more truly inclusive society. To strengthen democracy, we need stronger civic fabric, which means speaking with and humanizing people with whom you disagree. Here's hoping for a brighter new year in which we do just that.
Let's hope.
I thought that was a great article.
It really is. And if those numbers sort of put things in perspective, gives you an idea of where shit really is.
Remember the conversation we had with Raj about First Amendment? We kind of got heated. Yeah. He didn't understand what we were saying.
No, of course not.
That is what we're talking about. He's part of the 60% of liberals who absolutely feel comfortable saying anything they want.
Yeah.
Because he's on the right side politically right now, he fears no repercussion because the repercussion for him doesn't exist.
There isn't.
There
tried to
isn't
say
one.
that there is.
But
there
there's not.
But
there is for political anarchist groups. Occasionally you'll see them lumped in, oh my God, they won't let us have our rally. It's our First Amendment right. And it's like, yeah, so there's the occasional left group that gets fucked with on Facebook too. That happens. But the majority of mind your own business Americans feeling the heat, and there's a reason that they won't tell you who they voted for. There's a reason why they don't feel comfortable in public spaces. But what I find fascinating, and I've been in tons of these situations, and I'm sure a lot of people listening can relate, people with very, very liberal views are the loudest ones at the party spouting them.
Yeah.
And
really.
most people like me, dude, I have a microphone. I don't need to do it in fucking Bill's living room. So you tend, unless alcohol really gets flowing, you tend to just stay out of it and not engage. And just and if you understood the level of fucking obnoxiousness that you hear from liberals, just blathering about how to fix all the world's ills.
There's no reasoning
it's
with
just,
them, so it's pointless to even have the conversation.
Yeah.
If they would engage in a reasonable conversation
no
/ debate, whatever,
Yeah.
and you could have a dialogue, that's what's missing. You're just being railroaded and bullied out of your own opinion, like yours is somehow less viable than theirs. You're wrong, they're right, doesn't matter, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Well, that's not how it works, man.
No.
And when did we become so politically divided? I mean, when were we defined
Obama
by our political beliefs?
Obama.
There's so much else in this world.
Yeah.
The character means fuck all, but what box you checked absolutely defines your entire existence.
Yeah.
Horrifying.
It's sad.
It
It's
is.
sad because befriending someone on the left,
And that's
for me.
That's all media. That's
Yeah.
all media.
Well, they got to sell headlines.
That's
man.
all media, because that's not individual beliefs. That's not nobody. That didn't evolve naturally.
Yeah.
We didn't get to that point. That's all media creating that divide.
But the people that have cut me out of like common conversations with them that just kind of ended, listen to this show, probably heard shit they didn't agree with, and they're just gone.
Yeah.
Like I would never cut someone out. Never.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit. I'm friends with fucking Raj. You're not going to find anyone more liberal than him.
No, and that's fine. You don't have to
I have
agree with
plenty
me.
of liberal friends that I totally disagree with.
Yeah.
There's only a handful of them. My brother is middle left, right? He's more compassionate. Not that conservatives aren't compassionate. Of course they are.
Yeah.
Of course they are. It's a horrible tag that's just been thrown. Like conservatives don't give a shit about anybody. I disagree with that, but they have their, the left would tell you otherwise. Fine, that's your opinion. Whatever. What I've found is there's really great people on both sides. Not to quote Donald Trump.
Yeah.
I love talking to my brother because he's someone who will listen, and when he's wrong, he can say that. When he goes, oh yeah, but this voting law is in fucking Georgia, and I go, dude, hold on.
Yeah.
Let me explain what this is, because he's not sitting down and fucking reading these bills and what they say. He doesn't have time for that. He's working. He's a father.
He's listening
husband,
to what he's being told.
but he's willing to at least listen
Yeah.
instead of going, oh, fuck you, and all the people on your side that blah, blah, blah. Like, at least I can have a civil conversation. Go, let me just tell you these few things that you probably don't know, and I don't blame you. Most people don't. Kyle Rittenhouse was another one.
Oh, big time. Yeah, great
Kyle
example.
Rittenhouse was
Great example. And that's it. I don't fault anyone for believing what the media tells them.
I'm starting to fault them.
Well, at least at face value.
Yeah.
Anyway, right? Because
Yeah.
it's what you're bombarded with.
Yeah.
You're overloaded with it. It's the overwhelming opinion out there.
Yeah.
So I don't fault anyone for believing it. The problem I have is when you either A, they just take it at face value.
Yeah.
They don't do any real research on it. They don't know any of the real facts. They just take it and run with it as if it's the gospel. and are unwilling to have any sort of a dialogue or listening to another viewpoint or facts. You know, that's a real issue in this thing, is not listening to any actual facts or evidence to support one side or the other, just based on what they hear and dig their heels in, and there's no turning back. If anybody that hears it and believes it, fine. But if you're not willing to have an open mind about it and just take everything at face value, no matter what you hear, and just assume that somebody that's telling you an opposite viewpoint is wrong or a far-right extremist,
alt-right,
and what, you know, all that bullshit is...
I'm interested in the truth, man. Honest to God.
Amen.
Like, I was really impressed. He goes, I was listening to you guys because I listen to the show all the time. I was listening to you and Troy talk about Fauci with the Dust Up with Jesse Waters from Fox News. There's a story right there that is so crystal clear, obvious. Like, I'm not interested in who's right on the left, who's right on the right. I just want to know, just don't report absolute nonsense, press the issue to make an uproar, and then act like, what? You know what you did? And he said, I was listening to you guys do that. I heard you read the CNN article in full, and then you played the actual video, and he goes, I was fucking pissed.
Yeah, you should be. You're being lied to.
Yeah.
You really are. You're being manipulated. That's more the thing. You should be pissed because you're being manipulated.
Yeah.
You're being fucking lied to.
Well, he said, you know, that is so irresponsible of Dr. Fauci.
Yep.
Fauci hadn't heard what was said. He's getting secondhand information from a news outlet. So Greg's like, why wouldn't he just go, I haven't seen the clip, I have no comment on it. You know what I mean? Like, and it was like, yeah, you're right, G. That's the responsible thing to do.
Or why wouldn't you take the time to actually see what the fuck somebody said?
Yeah, well, because he's in a live interview. So in that moment,
that was when it
asked the
came
question,
out at that point?
Well, yeah, around then. He hadn't heard it, but he was just taking what the reporter had said to him.
Yeah, okay.
He used these words, you know, ambush and kill shot. What do you think? He should be fired immediately on the spot. I can't believe Fox would have him on the air. You know, like all that stuff. It's like, dude, no, your response right there, as someone who's been in the media as long as you have, Fauci, you idiot, you go, yeah, that sounds awful, but I haven't seen the video yet. I'll have to hold my comment until I see it. And then hopefully he would be smart enough to go, that's clearly a metaphor for asking me tough questions that apparently the media isn't doing. And go, yeah, you know, he's not going to agree with
Irresponsible is a great term for what's going on right now. It really is.
It's terrible. It's just terrible.
Yep.
You know, and I don't see it getting any better because nobody seems to want to take ownership. Like, I'm not looking for I'm sorry, and I'm not looking to tell anyone I told you so.
No, not at all.
But it'd be nice to hear one fucking person go, man, I was all up in arms for 5 years about Russiagate, and now that it's total 100% across the board, factually nonsense. 100% of it manufactured to fuck Donald Trump. Yes, that's the truth. And if you want to know that, you probably don't because it's not reported in many places. But when one of you fuckers comes around and goes, hey, man, you know what? You were really right about that. I need to check what I'm buying into on a regular basis because Russiagate was 100% manufactured nonsense bullshit story that you ate and swallowed for 5 fucking years. And you were bullies about it. And you bragged about it. And you thought you were better than everybody for it. Where are you now going, boy, I had a big bag of shit and I owe everybody an apology. Where are you?
They make excuses. Well, okay, but
some of it, but still.
But
hotel.
hold on.
What about the hotel in
this,
Russia?
this and this and
yeah,
this.
but his son's a criminal. Yeah.
And
we got it.
And most of the other shit is either taken out of context, blown out of proportion, or just blatantly fabricated.
Yeah, the Fox News Jesse Waters Fauci story was just fake news.
Right.
I hate using that term because it seems like almost a virtue signal for the right.
Yeah.
That was exactly what that was. It's a very Trumpy thing to say. And I don't like saying Trumpy things. That was fake news at its core.
At its core.
Period.
And it's been example after example after example. And it's not stopping anytime soon.
No.
Until
there's no accountability.
There is not.
I mean, think about if you let your kid have no accountability for their behavior.
Yeah.
What is your kid going to do? Is he just going to be the best? Is he going to be a good person if there's no accountability for him?
That's what's best for everybody, right?
Yeah. He's going to run around like a fucking asshole is what your child is going to do.
You're grooming bigger assholes.
Yeah.
So
grooming a nation full of them.
that's it. Like I said, I don't want to be right. It's not about me being right or us being right or whatever. It's about the collective right of what's right for everyone. What's fair and balanced, is to use a term of bullshit. But what's
Is that Fox News or CNN?
I fucking don't know. Either one's bullshit.
Fair and balanced. That might be Fox News. CNN, the most trusted name in
Oh
news.
yeah, whatever. It's all fucking garbage. But it just is, man. It's a sad state that we're in right now.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
And it's media driven. I hate to keep bagging on them, but like the fact that this
welcome
is
to the
so
party, pal.
that's so
Been bagging on
politically
them for 10
driven.
years. They're the worst.
It's not
The
because
worst.
it's anybody has that actual belief. Nobody, our parents didn't grow up that way. Our grandparents didn't grow up. Our fucking country's built on the two-party system.
Yeah.
And mutual respect for each other. You have your differences. You have your beliefs and your opinions, and that's what makes us great and be able to sort of the checks and balances to be able to sort of cater to everybody. A little bit here, a little bit there, but
also this virtue signaling that's going on. We're like, oh, look at this. I was talking to a buddy that owns a business, and I won't name him for obvious reasons, but he was telling me, dude, at any moment we can flip and be minority owned, female owned, whatever we need,
whatever you have to do,
whatever we have to do
to make sure that
those big businesses are fucking lined up to be able to flip a switch and be like, clearly, here's our female board of directors. Here's it's a game.
It is.
It's a game that people don't know is being played.
Just jockeying for position.
Yeah.
And
Now-
trying to stay one step ahead.
Yeah.
Of the mob.
Yeah. Exactly. But it's fraudulent, and I don't like fraudulent.
Yeah.
I don't want to be lied to about shit.
That's like your boy Rogers in this Aaron Andrews fucking interview.
That's fantastic. It's fantastic. You hope more people see it.
Bullshit. Yeah.
The problem is when you have a completely 90% of the media is liberal, which means, so that's what they mean in that article when they say, if you've got liberal views, it's very easy to avoid any conservative. So like, I know when people go, oh, Fox News, they're just all full of shit, fucking backwoods, blah, blah. I go, okay, you've never watched a segment on Fox News. That's what I know.
Or
for sure
like a
from
Tucker
that.
Carlson or something that is almost, I'm not saying he's not right a lot of the time, but
Oh my God.
But to somebody that leans left,
Yeah.
is like nails on a chalkboard.
Yeah.
So if you see that,
That's
fuck
fine.
that guy.
But
Right.
easily avoidable.
Yeah.
So where is that picture going to show up? The picture Troy is talking about, it's a meme, I guess, now.
Well, it was the interview in the game.
So he did the interview after the game, socially distanced
Of
with
course,
Aaron Andrews.
10 feet apart.
10 feet apart. She's at her microphone. He's at his just after the game. And then the interview ends, and the next picture is them hugging. Like, good to see you again, friend.
Yeah.
What is that if not theater?
It is all
theater is what that is.
We have to do this to make it look good, but the reality is we don't
Now,
give
the
a
problem
shit.
is with that, if 90% of your media outlets are buying into that drivel, like, oh, thank God there's social distance on the field. Oh, my God, thank God they're wearing masks.
Yeah.
If 90% of the press is reporting what they want to report, they're never going to show you that image.
Yeah.
So if you're just staying in that lane, you're ignoring that entire swath of the country or that media that goes, hey, wait a minute, you're trying to tell me that this is a legit problem? How do you explain this?
What?
You're not even shown it. You don't know that picture exists.
Aaron Andrews is probably going to be canceled because Rogers is toxic and unvaccinated.
Right.
And she, crossed that line. It's like crossing a picket line.
Yeah.
And
The problem is he's not really he's uncancelable.
Yeah.
He's the Green Bay Packers quarterback. He's probably the league MVP.
Yeah.
You can't just
I
be
bet
like,
you he won't get it.
you don't think?
No, just after the bullshit. He should. He'll deserve it. I mean, unless he
I
goes
bet he
through
still
and
does.
if he makes a deep run, it might be just the fact they can't avoid it.
Yeah.
But I bet that
maybe.
they really don't want to give it to him
Yeah.
after that whole dust up and all the bullshit that went along with it.
You know
They
what?
don't want to celebrate him.
I've paid attention to the Terry Bradshaws of the world. Some of the guys that were really kicking his dick in about that. What a monster. He lied to his teammates. He's the worst person ever. They should kick him out of the league. All those voices are sucking his dick hard right now. They are.
They did what
So
they had to
that's-
do to toe the company line.
Yeah.
But
But now they're like, oh, Rodgers is the greatest. Listen to Bradshaw on the pregame. He's all over Rodgers, the greatest, maybe the best quarterback ever.
Yeah.
He's talking about like crazy. He's like, wait, 2 weeks ago you wanted him kicked out of the fucking league.
I sent you that picture a couple of weeks after that all went down. And there was Rogers back on his Rogers rate commercial.
Yeah.
Time heals all wounds, man.
Yeah.
That's it. You
Yeah.
just forget about it and move on.
That was looking like they were just going to fucking shut that down, but they're trickling back in.
Yeah.
He's not competing with Patrick Mahomes. Mahomes is dominating those the commercials, the State Farm ads.
Patrick Price.
Yeah, the Patrick Price.
But I wouldn't be surprised if there's a new spokesperson next year. If Rogers doesn't get renewed.
Maybe.
They just move on.
Yeah, they're definitely. I wonder, there's media tracking groups that will tell you how often these ads are airing percentage-wise nationwide. I bet they're heavily in Wisconsin. People listening in Wisconsin probably are like, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
Those
Ads
are on every
Patrick
5
who?
minutes.
I've never even seen that commercial. What are you talking about?
When you've got a national audience, they aired. We saw one during the Packer game the other day we were watching.
Yep.
There might have been more. I wasn't paying a ton of attention to it.
Not a lot. We've been trying to pay a little bit of attention just
Yeah.
to keep abreast. But
the Patrick Price is still the
dominating.
dominant.
I think he's got a couple of new ones.
The dominant strain is the Patrick Price,
Yeah,
no doubt. Former Vice President Joe Biden and First Lady Jill were hit by a troll on the Christmas Eve call. Just loved it. I loved it. Do you know the backstory on this?
Of which?
Of the whole thing, like why these idiots are on the call,
Like
with
the NORAD
president.
thing, tracking Santa and
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah, I have kids. I'm aware of how this goes down.
Yeah. So what is it? You call into NORAD and they tell you like, yeah, Santa's over in Vermont right now.
Yeah, there's even. I was on Christmas Eve. We were with some family, and even that they pulled up like an app on their phone. There's like a Santa tracker, like, oh, he's in Greenland. We better go. It's gotta go to bed, kids. Or
Yeah.
however they want to manipulate. But they literally pulled it up at that time. I didn't mention it. I just let that one go. Actually, I sent it to a text to Hat and her kids. They got
Really?
kick out of it. But they.
So do we have the video of this guy?
I don't know. Who's going to take care of that?
T is.
Oh, here we go.
So they were speaking with families around the country, and I've got some quotes. The guy that made that did that has spoken out now.
Okay. Yeah, I did see a little bit of that too.
Uganda.
And how about Penelope?
Well, Penelope, she's only 2, so I think she'd be happy with just about anything.
Oh, that's great.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
Fake,
oh, that's
fake,
wonderful
fake.
that you have a 2-year-old.
Well,
have a Merry Christmas. Have a wonderful Christmas.
and by the way, you guys have to be in bed by 9 o'clock, and asleep between 9 and 12, or he doesn't show up.
What?
This isn't to you, Jared. This is to the kids.
That's right.
Oh my God! Look at
I hope you have a wonderful
Hey,
Christmas.
well, yeah, I hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas as well. Merry
Thank you.
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I
Yeah.
agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
That idiot goes, let's go, Brandon. I agree.
He actually
I agree.
fucking said it.
Yeah.
It just, I guess you catch you off guard, but that's
No, not as the president.
no.
That
Well,
shouldn't
it
catch you
shouldn't.
off guard.
It shouldn't. But
No.
you're just in almost such a comfortable space. Christmas Eve, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I could see, and you're talking kids' names and all the things going on like that. So I could see where maybe that might
Brandon should
slip
be a
by.
tip off. Anytime he hears the name Brandon, it should just all
I would
fucking antennas should go up.
I want to. I didn't pay in all those times. I've watched it a handful of times. I really meant to look at Jill to see if she
back
goes.
it up. Just
if she
go
goes
to the end, see if she's got a
Hold on.
reaction like,
where the
motherfucker.
hell am I?
You motherfucker.
I'm like, oh Jesus Christ!
You
You
son
just
of a bitch.
fucking said
Just
that.
back it up on the bottom of the red. There you go.
Oh, no, I know. There's too
Oh,
many.
Merry
thank
Christmas, and let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. I agree. Hey, by the way, where are you in Oregon?
She gets a little fucking
Yeah, she got a little
burst.
pucker there.
Yeah,
like,
she was like, oh
Yeah.
shit! It
This-
got by him. Fuck.
this mush brain next to me didn't catch what you just did, but I
Oh,
did. That was
Jesus.
kind of the look and the
Yeah.
lip smack.
That's
was-
exactly right.
Yeah, fucking dementia, Mr. Dementia over here didn't catch it, but I did, smart
Yeah,
ass.
asshole.
So now NBC is calling "Let's Go Brandon" a right-wing slur.
Slur.
Slur. Yep.
Well, I can't. In all honesty, it's not like I can't totally disagree with that. In a way, it is in a way.
Fuck Joe Biden?
It's basically saying "fuck Joe Biden" without saying "fuck Joe Biden."
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. Whatever. What are you going to do about it?
Yeah. Well, what you do about it when you start saying something's a slur, right? That's one step towards making it hate speech.
True. Very
which
true.
is one step from being able to fire you for use of hate speech.
That's true. That's
So
true. Very true.
That's why it's dangerous to have NBC. Let's go, Brandon. Is fine. Like I told you, I wanted to rename CC Brandon just so I could walk around in polite company. And go, come on, let's go, Brandon.
Come on, let's go, Brandon.
Let's go, Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. And call her like that. I hope someone out there takes my idea.
Definitely.
Has a dog, names it Brandon, goes, what are you going to do? His name's Brandon. Let's go, Brandon. And you can just do it and make people go, oh, you son of a bitch.
I wonder what's happened with the name, like kids being born in the last 6 months or whatever it's been.
It's probably a lot of Brandon
if it's up or down.
Do you think if Amy Zempel had a fucking kid, she wouldn't name it Brandon? She'd name a daughter Brandon.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah. You know? Good for, so would Dan Vaught.
Yeah.
He would definitely name his kid Brandon. Vote. Yeah. Boy or girl, you're a Brandon. Yeah. Brandini, whatever. You're Brandon. Let's go, Brandon.
Yeah. Brandy.
Jared Schmeck is
the guy's name?
That's the dude's name. Oh, Schmeck.
Yeah.
People that know him are like, see what Schmecky did? Yeah, I wouldn't put past Schmecky. Of course he said, let's go Brandon the president.
I was going to say, I wasn't trying to troll him or whatever he said. That's ridiculous.
He became an instant, literally, he didn't get done out of his mouth and he was trending on Twitter.
Yeah.
He was a superhero and a supervillain all at once.
Yeah.
So he's the one that ended the call, Jared Schmeck, let's go Brandon. Phrase used as a euphemism for the phrase "fuck Joe Biden." They have to put that in every story. I love
Make
that.
sure, so everybody's very clear on that.
Schmeck told the Oregonian that he had received threats since making the comment, but says that he meant no ill will and doesn't even dislike the president. He only meant to voice his frustrations in what he perceived as a joking manner. At the end of the day, I have nothing against Mr. Biden, but I am frustrated because I think he can be doing a better job. No, I don't think he's capable of doing a better job. The people around him are the ones you want to be doing a better job.
True.
Because he's not doing any job at all. I mean no disrespect to him. He did not think of himself as a Trumper, instead described himself as a free-thinking American and follower of Jesus Christ.
Amen.
He also said the opportunity to speak with Biden directly was unexpected. He and his family have called the NORAD Santa Tracker hotline every Christmas Eve for years, and he'd expected this call to be automated. We just waited on hold, and then they answered, and I thought, wow, this is real. Immediately after the call, Schmeck's wife went out at him on Instagram saying, my husband may or may not have just told Joe and Jill Biden, let's go Brandon on the phone.
It's great.
Yeah.
I mean,
he recorded the call, too.
If
he has the whole call on his cell phone.
Oh, perfect.
In the room of him saying it with his kid so you can hear it really clear.
Yeah, right.
Because he's sitting there with his kid.
I mean, if you have an opportunity, how could you not?
Yeah, right?
How could you
it
not
would be
say
very
it?
hard to not utter a let's go Brandon to that dude. Schmeck, he posted the video of his call. He's been receiving vague but threatening calls since the phone call. Now I'm being attacked for utilizing my freedom of speech. I understand there's a vulgar meaning to let's go Brandon, but I'm not that simple-minded, no matter how I feel about him. He seems like he's a cordial guy. There's no animosity. It was merely just an innocent jest to also express my God-given right to express my frustrations in a joking manner. I love him just like I love any other brother or sister. He went on to say he stood 100% behind what he did and what he said.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good for him. And you should be allowed to say it.
Yeah.
There was zero pushback to fuck Trump.
None.
Zero.
Oh, it was cheered.
Yeah.
And we saw it from stages far and wide.
Exactly.
The biggest Hollywood parties on earth. Fuck Trump banners. Fuck Trump speeches. Fuck Trump, fuck Trump, fuck Trump from every piece of New York and California.
Yeah.
Constant. For years.
T-shirts, banners.
Yeah.
A friend of mine had a glass set that said "fuck Biden" was like so, or "fuck Trump." I mean, sorry, it was so proud. I was like, why just put your money on that? Like, why? Like, really? Like, you're that passionate about it? Like, that was like, I gotta buy these.
Yeah.
Fucking pint glasses that say "fuck Trump," a whole set.
Oh wow.
Awesome. Good for you. Congratulations. That's money well spent.
Did you care? Did you go into an outrage? Did you call it a slur?
No.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I just seems like a waste of money.
Yeah,
cool. Do you, bro? Knock yourself out.
Whatever.
I'll even drink out of a fuck Trump glass.
I don't care. Right, exactly. But it's just whatever. Like, there was zero pushback. There was zero repercussions for that. But now which is that's the funny irony of it, is that was fuck Trump, and this is let's go Brandon.
Yeah.
To tone it down a little.
And it's a slur now.
Yeah.
Well, I guarantee you, we are going to see someone get fired for liking a "Let's Go Brandon" post.
You know, that kid we talked about the other day, that Brandon. You know, he's
Brown.
The driver.
Yeah.
The NASCAR driver. This was about. He he's saying he's missing out on endorsement deals and things like that going on now, and sponsorships and things like that because of the association with it, which he had zero to do with it.
Yeah.
So I wonder if he's
going to have to take him to the TNT.
I wonder if there's legal action to go against Fox or whoever that did that, that created that.
NBC,
whatever.
Yeah.
Okay, that I don't want to put anybody on that. I always think Fox is racing normally.
Yeah, NBC's tapping into that.
Okay,
a little bit of football, a little bit of.
But yeah, like they created that.
Yeah.
However, inadvertently or whatever, they had no idea that they tried to cover something in the moment, and it has exploded.
Yeah.
But the fact of the matter is that their action, what they created, has affected him.
Oh,
personally.
he can absolutely show real damages.
Yeah, real
monetary damages.
Yeah, so I wonder if
that would go nowhere in court, though. There's no way. Like, this inadvertent incident happened hilarious live, and it sparked something that no one could foresee.
Yeah,
there was no intention.
There's no
malintent.
I get it. But.
So I don't know. Oh, they're chanting "Let's go, Brandon." The guy just won the fucking race. I mean, I don't think there's anything you get.
Probably not.
He's going to have to just eat shit for a little while. I'm sorry, Brandon. You're a great driver. Keep winning races. Sponsors will come back.
Maybe you just lean into this one.
Yeah, and he's a top-level racer. I mean, he's on the NASCAR circuit. It's not like he's, and I think he's got 22 sponsors. Yeah. That's probably all going to be Black Rifle Coffee and My Pillow going forward. But,
right.
What are you going to do? So he says it's killed his hopes of signing sponsorship deals. He's now spoken on the effect the chant had on his pro career. He's had a hard time finding sponsors.
Well, there you go. My bad. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, no, it's fine. That's fine. It's great. He said he's viewed as a ticking time bomb, despite never expressing any political views beyond disclosing that he's a Republican. Well, there's your first fuck up, dude.
Yeah.
Are you sure that isn't why no one will sponsor you? No one wants to touch a Republican. Are you kidding me?
Well,
there's nothing worse than a Republican.
Yeah. Nobody wants the Brandon. I mean, you can't. Nobody wants to be affiliated. Well, not nobody.
Dude, I can't
Half
believe
the country doesn't want to be associated with that Brandon.
Yeah.
But I would imagine that.
But I would think even
double
they
the
would
endorsements are coming from the other half.
Don't you think they would have empathy? And he'd probably be mistaken to take those because that's even more divisive. Like if he's got all like alt-right, right-wing groups wanting to sponsor him. But dude, you're talking about half the country.
Brandon Brown in the Fox News car.
Yeah. The Tucker Carlson car. It's the Tucker car, Olson. He's just got Tucker's head on the hood, fucking wrapped with Hannity and Laura Ingraham stickers. See, that wouldn't be good for his brand in the future.
Probably not.
I would hope that people on the left that hate Let's Go Brandon, it chaps their ass.
Yeah, it does.
I mean, you talk about a red chapped ass. Let's go Brandon.
If this pisses you off, you better have never, ever, 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 ever fucking said fuck Trump.
Ooh, that's going to
seriously
eliminate a lot of people.
Well, you better not have ever uttered those words if this offends you.
Yeah, but I did. So
way.
what?
Yeah, but Trump was an asshole.
But it's different. Trump, it was fuck Trump because Trump was the worst ever.
Then you're a hypocrite and look in the fucking mirror. That's all I'm going to say.
Yep.
Period. End of story. You can't have it both ways.
Yep. It got extremely difficult for us, Brown said. If you're a national corporation, that means you sell to all consumers. And unfortunately, when you get dragged into the political arena, people want you to take a side. I've never been put in a position where it's, okay, what side are you on, left or right? So it's hard for a brand to want to attach to somebody who might be kind of divisive in their consumer base. If I'm going to divide Coca-Cola, why would they want to talk to me? So the short answer is it's been tough to connect with partnerships just because it's kind of viewed as a ticking time bomb. In addition, he also revealed he is a Republican, but is determined to continue focusing on his career, blah, blah, blah. Merchandise based around the phrase has also been sold at Let's Go Brandon store that recently opened in Massachusetts.
Can he get any piece of that?
Yeah, probably. I mean, he should.
But should
Name
he?
and likeness.
But should he?
He probably shouldn't take it.
Right.
Probably shouldn't take it.
Well, you might want to just get that money while you can, Brandon.
Yeah.
You might want to just take it while you got it.
Yeah, I agree.
Oh, well,
I'm sorry. People lighten up, laugh a little bit.
Exactly.
We
taking
ate
so seriously.
People that are more conservative leaning ate fuck Trump every night on our TVs.
Yeah.
Every night. I didn't want you banned. I didn't want it to become a slur. I thought it was fucking dumb, and I thought it was irresponsible. I thought it was disrespectful to the office.
True.
I think, fuck Joe Biden. Yeah, I get it. I get why that's offensive.
It's disrespectful to the office as well.
Yeah. Let's Go Brandon, though.
Yeah. I just like the humor.
I
and
like the
irony
humor of it. Exactly.
Absolutely. The subtleties.
There was nothing smart or enlightening or funny or something that happened that made it funny to say fuck Trump.
Yeah.
Right? Like if there was some incident where someone said something, they were chanting fuck Trump and it was misinterpreted as, yuck Trump. They're chanting yuck Trump. They're yucking it up over here. They're laughing their ass off. It was like, oh my God, yuck Trump would be a thing. That would still be used as a hashtag today.
Were there any like stadiums, college football stadiums, things like that were just chanting "fuck Trump"? That you can recall of? Not that I remember. I don't recall it.
I
Being
think
a
he
thing.
got booed a couple times.
That's fine. That's fine.
I think he got booed in D.C., where 93% of voters are liberal.
Yeah.
So that's going to happen anytime a conservative goes into a D.C. ball game, which is out of whack too. Thank God.
but
that's not.
I mean, not collectively chanting "fuck Trump."
No.
Fuck Trump. Fuck.
Not
Trump.
that I remember. No.
Without being, I mean, maybe a concert or some shit where they're being incited or.
I remember him
being
getting a
started.
standing ovation at the Army-Navy football game.
Yeah.
I don't remember a fuck Trump one.
No, I don't. I'm just curious more. I don't. Not that I remember, but it was a big thing even before.
We would remember because it would have been on every broadcast for 2 years.
Yeah, that's the truth. And it's before the Brandon, like the fuck Joe Biden that's what started this whole thing. Before the fuck or let's go Brandon was because in all these stadiums around the country in these huge events, they were chanting fuck Joe Biden.
Yeah.
What does that say?
It should say a lot.
It should say a lot. It
Should be
say
a
lot.
warning sign.
Yeah.
Should be a warning shot to let
should.
people know, like, And it happened in Ann Arbor, dude.
I know.
It happened at Michigan Stadium.
Colleges, period. Just that it was at college stadiums.
Yeah, those are
You think
young
about that.
voices.
Yes.
That were chanting that, and including Michigan. If you go Tennessee, you go Georgia, you can write it off as, those fucking hicks down there. They just love. They just wish they could wave the Confederate flag all day. Yeah. But Ann Arbor, Ohio State, don't have a good answer for that
Probably
one.
not.
No.
Probably didn't happen at USC. But maybe.
Maybe.
You never know.
Yeah.
Be curious to get a list of where that went down.
There's a Twitter site that's been chronicling these.
Is it? Okay.
Old Row Sports,
Okay.
I think. Kind of like a bar stool.
Yeah.
I think they've been chronicling that. I've read that a couple places that they've been keeping track of everything. I don't know where on their
Interesting.
site, but you could probably find them all. There's probably a bunch you haven't seen
I'm sure.
because apparently over the holiday weekend there were a bunch of fuck Joe Biden and let's go Brandon chants
Were there?
in places. I didn't dig further. We've done enough on it, but there were an explosion of them over the holiday weekend too.
Yeah.
So
It's not going away. I mean,
No.
you got 3 more years. Either do better or it's going to get louder.
yeah.
So,
And he's going to lose all his congressional power in about 12 months. Yeah, he is. He is. He's going to lose so many fucking seats, it's not even going to be funny. So all the shit he wants to get done, all the radical shit his party wants to do, they better shove it through in the next fucking year because that's how much time they have left.
Yeah.
And then they won't get shit through.
And then there was Manchin.
Yeah. And then there was Manchin. and dude, the funny thing about that is Manchin is shielding a lot of people. Manchin's taking the bullet. Manchin's taking the death threats.
Yep.
But there are a whole lot of purple and red stated fucking Democrats
That don't want to
that
or
don't want to go on the public record and vote because they got to answer for that to their constituencies. And so this guy is standing up there like Superman taking that fucking bullet.
Great point.
For all of them right now.
Yeah. They don't they
So-
have to toe the company line to away, but
Yeah.
I mean,
but
the
they're
reality is that
secretly
you're-
behind the scenes going, oh, thank God, Joe. Kill this fucking bill. This thing is going to bankrupt generations of children yet to be born.
Yeah.
No.
your
with these
allegiance
social
should
programs.
be to your constituents and not your fucking
And so if they force a vote on this, those Democrats that are currently being, shielded by Joe Manchin, they're going to have to go on record and vote yes for it or risk being shit on by their own party.
Yeah.
And then they're going to go home to their fucking towns.
Right.
They're going to go to their constituents who are going to go, you voted yes on what, motherfucker?
Yeah, guess what?
Yeah.
we're not doing that
Guess
again.
what? That was your last go around.
Yep.
So there's potential damage all the way around with this one. So
Well, and that's
see
him
where it goes,
him
but-
being vocal and sort of blocking that may prevent the vote. That they say
They're
they want
gonna
to
force
push it
that
through,
vote.
they will force it,
Yeah,
and then
they're gonna
and then
try.
it will, and then it'll be pen to paper, and the record will show what it does. But
yeah.
if Because they say that we want him to be on record. Well, you better be real careful.
Yeah, who you want on record.
You might have more than just him on record. You might be getting some verbal yeses.
Yeah.
But if people start seeing what's coming down the road and understand that the balance of power is probably going to shift a little bit, and if you actually want to, and even more than that, more than just cover your ass, which is all these people actually do.
Yeah. Right.
And good for Manchin because he's not doing that. He's covering his ass where it really counts in his state,
where
with
he's
his
responsible
constituents.
to.
Exactly, he's being responsible to his constituents, the people that put him in power, no matter what your party is. And there's a lot of people that are just blinded by that, and it was sort of like the Trump thing.
Yeah.
I think there was a lot of people that were just, that was sort of the power, and people didn't really agree with Trump, but they just kind of shut up and went along with it because they didn't want to cross him, because if you were against Trump and when that was in power, you were exiled.
Yeah.
And it's kind of going the same way. Oh, we can't say anything against the Democrat. Even if I don't believe it, I got to just go along with it. So, nobody should have that much power, man.
Moving on quickly, a couple things. I thought this was interesting. I didn't know this was coming out. Maybe some of you did, but the Marty Funkhauser on Curb passed away a couple of years ago.
Yeah, Super Dave
Osborne.
Super Dave Osborne. I loved that show growing up, man.
Yeah.
Absolutely
His
loved
appearances on Letterman.
Yeah, that was great, man.
Yeah. I wonder if this would hold up if you watched them today.
Well,
wasn't it like wearing the Velcro suit and jumping onto a bullseye
no,
and shit?
Well, some of that was yes. But like his show, some of the stuff was like, it was almost like Toonces the Cat, where he would like do a big old stunt, and then it would be a stunt dummy, and they would put a dummy in, and it would go horribly wrong, like he always failed at everything. It was, but that was brilliant at the time. I thought. Well, and he was so dry about it. I loved his
that's what they
demeanor.
Say, everyone says like that was what the brilliance.
That's what it was. Yeah, just he was like played this goof, but he was serious about it, and his dry sense of humor. Funkhauser was the same way.
Great.
Yeah. So it was the same character in a way.
And there's no doubt he's one of those guys that the funniest people alive find him the funniest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like the Seinfelds, the classic comedy guys.
You know.
Right. Yeah. So Bob Einstein was his name. Died 2 years ago at the age of 76. A lot of these guys say he was the funniest person they'd ever met. Now there's a new HBO documentary to prove them right tomorrow, December 28th.
Oh, can't wait.
The Super Bob Einstein movie premieres on HBO and HBO Max.
Fantastic.
The documentary includes praise from co-stars, friends, lifelong admirers, including his brother Albert Brooks, David Letterman, Larry David.
Albert Brooks is his brother? I had no idea.
Yeah, I didn't know that either.
He's on Curb too.
Yeah,
a family affair they got going on.
Yeah. If it was Letterman who helped bring Einstein's daredevil alter ego Super Dave into the mainstream 40 years ago, then Larry David is responsible for introducing him to an entirely new generation as the straight-faced Marty Funkhauser on Curb. The genius of Bob was his commitment to character and physical comedy, the director Danny Gold told the Daily Beast, adding that it was Einstein's uniquely deadpan style that made him so funny. When he would go on talk shows, he was able to have the longest setup in the world, to the point where the talk show host and audience may get a little uncomfortable, but then he was able to pull out the punchline at the right point and get the laugh. Yeah, we've all seen
true,
that.
yeah.
Elsewhere, they interviewed J.B. Smoove for this, Cheryl Hines, Susie Essman. They're all Curb
cast,
if you don't know. We all miss Bob every day, Essman said. He was so funny and so singular, and you can't replace that kind of comedic voice. It's completely original. There's only one Bobby. His ability to make his co-stars break was best exemplified in season 7 episode of Curb Your Enthusiasm, where Marty Funkhauser crashes the set of an imaginary Seinfeld reunion and tells a dirty joke that made Jerry Seinfeld laugh so hard they had no choice but to leave that take in the show. They left in the real laugh from the first time I heard the joke Seinfeld told Einstein on comedians in cars getting coffee, to which he smiled and replied, "That was the greatest."
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
funny. The cunt joke. In the sink. Yeah, it's hilarious. But that's so funny that Jerry's actual reaction was to bust out laughing that hard, and they're like, "We can't do it anymore than this. Fuck it."
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm
so
looking
that
forward to
premieres
that.
tomorrow.
Make
Yeah,
sure we
yeah.
record that.
And then lastly,
are you smelling that pot roast, by the way?
I'm smelling the pot roast.
Shit.
Yeah.
I put pot roast in the Instapot before we came down.
Yeah, it smells
good.
Is it done?
It's done.
It's done. All right. We'll get out of here. But you brought this story up the other day.
Okay.
I hadn't read much on it. and then I saw this. The lawyers for Nirvana have responded to the child porn lawsuit that they're calling an absurd cash grab.
Yeah.
A child porn lawsuit filed by the guy featured as the naked baby on the cover of Nirvana's album Nevermind is nothing more than an absurd cash grab. The lawyers have filed a motion to dismiss for the surviving members of Nirvana on behalf of Kurt Cobain. Spencer Eldon became a star when he was just 4 months old when he was featured on the cover of Nevermind, naked in a pool with a dollar bill floating in front of him. But at 30 years old, he's not happy. He accused the band of being child pornographers and filed a lawsuit against Cobain's estate, the band's band members, survivors, saying the band violated federal child porn statutes and exploited him sexually. Eldon says he has suffered lifelong damage.
Oh, I'm sure.
From the photo, and says the band, photographer, record label intentionally marketed his child porn and leveraged the shocking nature of his image to promote themselves and their music at his expense. He also claims his guardians did not consent to the naked photo.
I find that questionable. Somebody signed off on that shit.
Yeah.
They didn't just take a baby and chuck him in the pool, take a picture of him.
No.
Somebody got paid for that fucking thing.
He also claims he was forced to engage in commercial sex acts.
Okay. At 2 or whatever he was in this
4
thing?
months old.
4 months, I'm sorry, yeah.
I don't know what that means. And that the band went back on an alleged promise to conceal his dick and balls on the album cover.
Did they fluff him before he threw him in there, maybe?
I don't know. Yeah, just give him a little jingle.
How many times do you think he's had to whip it out and be like, it got bigger?
Probably plenty. It didn't stay that size, asshole. The permanent harm he has proximately suffered includes, but is not limited to, extreme and permanent emotional distress with physical manifestations, interference with his normal development and education progress, lifelong loss of income earning capacity, loss of past and future wages, past and future expenses for medical and psychological treatment, loss of enjoyment of life, and other losses to be described and proven at trial of this matter.
Wait, what's this guy's name again?
Eldon, yeah, what did I say?
Eldon.
Shit.
We'll call you Eldon.
Yeah.
Hey, Eldon, if you didn't say anything,
Yeah.
no one would fucking know it was you.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
And if you shut up now, people won't remember it.
Nobody
It's
would
due
give a
in year,
shit.
in a
Not
week.
like they recognize you. Hey, I know that dick. No, you brought this all on yourself.
It did reach triple diamond status, meaning 30 million albums. So somewhere people are comparing.
Great album. Great album.
Can you look at any 4-month-old when they're 30 and go, yeah, I see it? Very few.
No, none. Zero.
Zero, right?
Zero.
I would say probably zero. When they show those, can you name this quarterback? And the kid's 12.
Yeah, that's a little different.
And he grows up to be in that. But even then, it's like, I don't know. Is that Warren Moon or Dan Marino? I don't know.
Zero.
Yeah. 4-month-old? No. He apparently didn't always feel this way. In 2006, this would be a problem, I would think. 25-year-old Eldon recreated the cover fully clothed to pay homage to the hit record. I said to the photographer, let's do it naked. And the photographer said, that would be weird. No. So I wore my swim shorts at the time. The anniversary, what he said then was, the anniversary means something to me. It's strange that I did this for 5 minutes when I was 4 months old, and it became this really iconic image. Yeah, enjoy it, man.
Yeah.
You're on the Nirvana cover.
Yeah,
It's great.
it's a cash grab.
The image has generally been understood as a statement on capitalism. It includes the digital imposition of a dollar bill on a fish hook the baby appears to be enthusiastically swimming toward. And here's the key to this whole thing. Non-sexualized nude photos of infants are generally not considered child porn under law.
Okay. I was curious of where that line stands.
Yeah. If you have a naked child, like in a come hither or a, oh, look at me thing, but if you just have a kid
Just
laying
naked.
there.
Yeah. I mean, kids are naked all the time.
All the time.
Especially girls. It's not like they have tits yet.
Yeah.
You know?
No.
Sorry, boobies, whatever. But I mean, it's nothing to would not wear a shirt or, you know.
I got to tell you, Naked Marshall still made me uncomfortable as shit.
That's fair. We had Jenny's kid was always running around here with his dick out all the time.
Jenny Fedorovich.
Yeah, a little boy. I mean, and fine, whatever. Especially they're European. It's the normal thing to do.
Yeah.
But they'd swim. He would, he's always running around here, naked little boy.
Yeah.
But
You weren't upstairs jacking off in the window looking down at him, though.
you saw me.
Naked Marshall, he's like 5.
Yeah.
And it was usually after a shower or a bath, he'd get the zoomies.
Yeah.
And he'd come running out, naked Marshall, naked Marshall. I was like, dude, I'm uncomfortable with this.
Yeah.
And sometimes he'd bend over and show you his butt. You're like, dude, fuck off. Gee, get him away from me. And G'd be laughing.
Yeah.
You know, it's his noodle.
Listen,
Look at his noodle.
I'm all for nudity, so it's not a thing to me.
Yeah.
It can be very non-sexualized.
Yes.
You're born naked.
Defendants use child porn depicting Spencer as an essential element of record promotion, a scheme commonly utilized in the music industry to get attention. I think that album was going to get all the attention it needed.
Yeah, the cover didn't make that album.
No.
But it became iconic because it was a great cover.
Yeah, it was a great album.
Yeah, it was. But it was a great cover too. Just the concept
Blue.
behind it and everything.
Yeah.
But it didn't make or break the album. The album made the cover. The cover didn't make the album.
Yeah. So they say this is what the music industry
If that was
does.
a Crosby, Stills and Nash album, it probably wouldn't have made a big difference.
Yeah. Where an album covers pose children in a sexually provocative manner to gain notoriety, drive sales, and garner media attention and critical reviews. Which sexualized babies on album covers? I can't think of one. I mean, I remember the baby smoking a cigarette on the Van Halen 1984 record.
Yeah, that's like the angel, like a cherub, right? Isn't it
Yeah.
the wing?
Yeah.
But that's clothed.
I remember the band Beatles album cover with the dead baby dolls, like decapitated with blood all around them. But
there's nothing like
that thing's worth a fortune if you can get a hold of that.
I don't know all the albums. I'm sure there's some less mainstream things that are out there, but not that I'm aware of.
Not that I'm aware of either. And I wouldn't say that was sexualized. I mean, if they had a girl baby floating nude right in front of him, then you could go, they sexualized, but
no, it's chasing the money. It's it's a metaphor.
We'll have to see where it goes. I don't think it'll go too far. But...
Hey, let me do this while you're doing that.
Okay.
Your investment plan should be created just for you. However, developing and maintaining a comprehensive financial plan can be a bit of a balancing act. Mark and Jay at LPL Financial can deliver the guidance needed to develop a well-balanced investment plan. Call today and tell them that you're a friend of the show for a no-cost, no-obligation consultation at 248-626-2000 and ask for Mark or Jay.
Good luck. Run, T. Run. Run. Got it potted up and everything just for you. Fuck off.
Securities and advisory services offered through LPL Financial, a registered investment advisor. Member FINRA SIPC.
I can't stand it.
Let's do a couple emails and then we'll get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. Hello. Regarding episode 1488, conversation about inmates and employment. Remember we were talking about that?
Oh, yeah. Put them to work.
Kamala Harris and the firemen.
Yeah.
There's an entity named Michigan Braille Transcribing Fund, Inc. that exists in the G. Robert Cotton Correctional Facility here in Jackson, Michigan.
Racist.
Which part? Cotton. Bob Cotton. This organization is not part of the prison system. It's not operated by the state of Michigan in any way, but they do operate inside the prison walls. They employ prisoners. Actual employment with a paycheck. The men who work at the facility are interviewed, hired, and then trained to do brailing. Brailing is more than just reading text and converting it to raised dots on a page, but they actually have to communicate everything in the book. That would be a bitch.
Yeah.
It's a lot of what they do is textbooks for school children. If you take something like an algebra book, and do Braille with an algebra book,
shit.
That's legit. That would be hard. I wouldn't want to do that. They have to look at and then translate a description of a graph or chart to Braille so a blind student can keep up with fellow classmates. This organization actually trains these men, and they are then certified Braillists with the National Federation of the Blind. When a staff member gets paroled, their employment is typically maintained, so they are out in the world but still receive the support of employment in a world where it's very hard to get employment. If they leave this job, they have a skill that is not widely available to employers, so they have a marketable skill. The organization has operated in the Cotton facility since 1962 and is now expanding into the Huron Valley Women's Facility, adding additional staff. I tell you this because while the prison system is mostly a black hole of holding people for a period of time and then returning them to the world kneecap for the rest of their days, causing such high rates of recidivism, there are a few entities that are truly trying to help.
Awesome.
Have a blessed day.
Yeah, that's fantastic.
That's great.
That's what I want. I mean, that's what we were talking about. We were kind of proposing is don't let them fucking rot.
Yeah.
Let's actually try to rehabilitate people in a way.
you know, when you're
most of those
talking
people
about,
are there because they're hopeless in a way. They don't have many options.
Yeah.
I mean, not all of them. I don't want to generalize, but a lot of it, yeah.
And when you're talking about reforming justice reform,
Yes.
right, criminal justice reform, this is the type of shit you need. Like what criminal justice reform should not look like is taking 80 friends and breaking into a Macy's and stealing everything and walking away and having them go, no, we're not even looking for them.
No.
That's not helping anybody.
That's not reform.
Something like this, if this is true, this could all be bullshit.
It could be bullshit, but
it sounds well thought out.
It does. I would, and there's some facts in there, so I'll give them the benefit of the doubt without fact checking that.
I am also willing to extend the benefit of the doubt.
It's just an opinion anyway. So we'll go ahead and say that that's fine. That is a fact. It was fact checked by our fact checkers, and my opinion is that that's a fact.
And opinions are facts, right?
Yeah.
My opinion on the matter is that is what technically criminal justice reform should look like.
Yeah, it's a great start.
Opportunities for people to actually become productive members of society, learn proper behaviors, to not be a nuisance in the community.
Yeah, I know there are programs.
That's going to get you sent back. There are plenty of programs.
Yeah, the stereotypical making license plate things, but
but there's educational programs in a lot of places. Yeah. But that's encouraging. That a company would be willing, the Braille company, I can't remember who he said they were. Yeah. That's really cool that they would take these people that most people want to throw away. They don't want them on their job site and go, look, here's an opportunity. We can pay you real money.
And there's a lot of people. I would love to know what the percentages are of people that are in there that actually want to better themselves, that want to, be productive, or that are just can't wait to get out to fucking do it again.
Well, if their choices are an opportunity, sit down in a cell for 20 hours and think about what you've done for 5 years, or learn a skill, you're not going anywhere anyways.
Right.
There's a lot of people that would probably
make a little money doing it,
and make real money doing it. And
not prison money, not 25 cents a day or whatever the hell it is.
Exactly. Like, man, don't insult me more. Like, look, I fucked up. I got caught. You dragged me in here. Don't pay me 12 cents an hour and act like, this is somehow honest and fair. That's a really cool idea. I hope other companies do the same.
Absolutely.
Okay, Mike, I hope you were having a nice Christmas day, something better than McDonald's at least. I did. This isn't really an email to be read on the air.
Well, too bad.
I'll decide that. Troy will decide that. But I can definitely sympathize with those who don't have family around Christmas time, similar to you. This marks my third year in Arizona, around 2,000 miles from my family, and I will admit that Christmas hits differently these days. Rather than spending time with family, I find myself making a website for a mostly joke website business venture for a friend while waiting for my chicken tenders to heat up in the oven. Anyway, I just hope that you're doing well on your Christmas day and not dwelling on the fact that you aren't visiting your family, because there are many others out there who are in the same boat. One thing I think about in these moments is the full version of the phrase, blood is thicker than water, which if you read it in its complete form is, blood of the brother is thicker than the water of the womb. Essentially what this means is that our bonds we form are thicker than those we make just because we share the same relatives. I think that bodes well for both you and Troy, who seem to get along quite well both on and off the air. Merry Christmas, Merry Chrysler, and Happy New Year.
Oh, that's what my daughter says, Merry Chrysler.
Really?
Yeah, I'm not sure where that's from, but they always said that, Merry Chrysler.
We're old.
Yeah.
We're not gonna know.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Okay,
and you know what? I'm very aware that there are lots of people in that boat. It did suck. I got to FaceTime with Marshall and with Reed Madison, although they were way too fucking busy playing some new video game.
See, we fucked up, though.
Why?
Because if we got this in time, we could have got him to go over to G's, and this lucky bastard could have got the Omi for fucking Christmas.
Oh, he could have gotten it for free.
Oh, man.
Yeah, it's a great point.
Man.
It's a great point. I got it after the holidays.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, well.
Anyway, I know that pot roast is killing you, Troy, right now.
I'm
And I got to
ready.
whiz really
I'm
bad.
so
So
ready.
why don't we wrap it up there?
Sounds good.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. I got a text from one Ryan Fiorini.
Oh, who?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding.
I think he's coming into town for a couple of days. I think he might stop by Wednesday.
Wednesday?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yeah. So look forward to that. I think Ghost Travis might become Human Travis tomorrow.
Okay.
And stop by and hang
big
out
things
with us.
going on.
There's big things, T. There's big things.
Is Ryan flying himself in?
He's not. His plane is 2 weeks away from being done.
Oh, boy.
So he's taking a Delta flight. Ugh. What an asshole.
I'm sure it'll be up front.
Yeah. Probably not with him. No. He's actually quite reserved with his money. He's smart with his money.
Okay.
So he's not afraid to sit. Business class, maybe.
Okay.
He might do business class, throw in a couple free drinks. But
Yeah, we might have scared him off with these things. He might upgrade for this.
Yeah.
Just do it. Ryan, do it.
no one's going to fucking scream at a redhead. They don't have souls. Like, you'd be insane to fucking attack Ryan.
Yeah.
So anyway, we look forward to that. Should be a fun week. Thanks, everybody, for joining us. Hope you had a great Christmas. We're looking forward to New Year's. We'll do it again tomorrow. We'll see you then.